Okay, Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Ghoneim. Inshallah, ask God to help me recording the introduction to management course to you. Hope this will be useful and fruitful to you, inshallah. How's everybody? Hope you're enjoying the course. Be proud of yourself because now you are a member of Cairo University, #1 university in the country. This is not what we are saying, but the evaluation of the global universities around the whole world. Who do it and why they do it and what are the criteria for doing it. This is another story we can talk about later, but you have to be sure, and I can assure you that we are #1 Cairo University, #1 university in the country, based on real, true evaluation of our performance. Also, I'd like to welcome you to Faculty of Commerce, the Business School of Cairo University. And this is also because business school is going to be very useful for you in your career, not only this, but in your own personal life. You will find that your personality will be changed. You will find that your character will be changed because the way we teach you, we not only give you knowledge, but also we insist on giving you skills. Because we're going to train you to be a manager. Management, to be a good manager, it's not enough to have some knowledge about management. What is management, the history of management, and but also you should be a skillful person. And this what we gonna do with you, inshallah, to help you be well-educated person and to lead a successful career. And also, you will be, I'll also welcome you to the course of management, because studying management will help you at many levels, because you will see how management is so important at all levels. First, you should study management, how it be useful to you. What is the benefit of it to you? You should ask yourself, what I'm gonna get out of it, out of this course. Not only your personal level, but also at your career level when you start pursue business. At personal level, at career level, and at the country level. I'm gonna touch each of these 3 levels in a minute. At your personal level, you will get a lot out of this course that would be useful to you as a person. Studying management will help you manage your own life. What is so important than your own life? Nothing important than your own life. For example, studying management will help you manage your own time. Studying time management will help you managing your time. Why time is so important? Because your life is based on time. Your age is a number of days. As they say, الإنسان بعض أيام لما مر يوم مر بعضه. So you shouldn't let your days go away without making benefits of each day, but each minute of the day. So time management is so important to you personally. So studying management will help you be more organized so that you will get benefit of each minute of your day and consequently of your lifetime. Studying management will help you be a more mature person. You will know how to manage your relationships with others, starting with your own family, with your colleagues at school, for example, and your workmates in future, hopefully, inshallah. So studying management will help you manage everything in your life. So as a person, you will get so much out of it. For your career, of course, we're gonna help you get educated about how to manage businesses. And this is what we'll see what is this course all about. At the third level, at the country level, managing the country, better management will help the country a lot. For example, managing our country resources. Some people may believe that Egypt is a poor country, but we are not. If and only if manage your own resources. What kind of resources we have? We have a lot of resources, starting with you, a young Egyptians. Better management for young Egyptians is giving you better education. By better education, I mean they give you the right type of education, not only in terms of knowledge, given knowledge, and students sit down and listen. And if they are able to retrieve what they have listened to, return it back to us on their exam papers, and then forget. This is not a good education. A good education, as you're going to see in this course, is giving you some skills, helping you to be a better person, to be a changed person. We help you to gonna change to the better, inshallah, too. So managing country resources, starting with Egyptians, Egyptian young especially, at least you will have a better human resources that they can compete in the current era, which is the globalization era. In one word, globalization, where competition is so fierce, so hard. Competition all over the world. You, if you work in an Egyptian company, for example, you are not going to compete with Egyptians in the local market, but you will compete at the global level. So be ready. So preparing young Egyptians to face the 21st century challenges, you will see when we're going to study chapter 3, you'll see that we'll have a lot of challenging in the coming years, starting now, but immediately. So young Egyptians are our real human resources that deserve better education to be able to compete in the globalization era. If you don't believe me, ask yourself. The 10 million Egyptians working abroad. They are the #1 resource of dollars in our budget. Egyptians, according to statistics, that work in abroad, as far as I remember, transfer more than $26 billion a year. Those Egyptians are good citizens who love their country, trying to help their country by transferring their own money voluntarily to Egypt to help us here inside Egypt. That's why what I'm trying to say here, Egyptian human resources are our #1 source money, dollars that we need. We really need dollars. Secondly, better management for Egyptian economy. Help us with our natural resources. Do we have natural resources? Yes, we have a lot. The evidence is when we started working hard, digging even in the water, we discovered a lot of gases, alhamdulillah. So this need hard work. Know how to manage your natural resources, and you have a lot. There are a lot of resources underground waiting for you to discover. Work hard, and Allah will help you find out. There is a lot of resources down there that we don't know yet. We should work hard. In addition to so many resources, Suez Canal, even our universities can be one very important resources for hard currency. If we provide a good education, this will help to attract students from all over to come to study in Egypt, and they pay tuition in hard currency, and they can pay a lot if we are successful to attract foreign students. It's not by advertising or any other thing, just by providing better education, competing education. Our universities should compete with other universities around the world. All right. Again, look at everything. Our hospital, a lot of our resources can manage them if we know how to manage. So studying management will help you well prepared for a better future, inshallah. So after this introduction and good welcome, warm welcome, hopefully, inshallah, you will enjoy teaching this course if and only if you take it seriously. So my advice to you to take this course seriously. Listen to your professors. Alhamdulillah, you have so efficient and sufficient, well-educated professors. All of them have studied in good universities. Some of them from the United States of America. Some of them, all of them already their degrees, their PhD degrees. PhD stands for Doctor of Philosophy in Business. So they are well qualified. They are highly qualified. So try to make use of us. Get most out of your professors. Help us to help you. Repeat. Help us to help you. Wish you good luck. Here first, let me share this with you. What you see here is a contract between you and us. Let's start with showing you. I hope you see my screen. All right. Start with intended learning outcomes, ILOs. You should have a very valid question after completing this course. What should I have? What are you supposed to get out of this course after complete studying the course? You will get 4 very important things divided into 2 categories. First, knowledge and understanding. Here, knowledge and understanding. We will help you first know and understand the basics of management, the basic concepts of management. After introducing the course and maybe going over the history of management to help you see the development of the management science, and when it became a science, then how management has been developed up to date. So we're gonna go over several approaches of management to help you see the whole picture, the big picture. Then the type 2 skills, in addition to knowledge, the second category of what you get in addition to knowledge is skills. As I just mentioned a few minutes ago, even knowledge is not enough to be a successful manager, regardless of, let alone being a successful person in life. Skills are divided into 3 categories. Again, intellectual skills let us have a chance to help you develop better mind. By better mind, I mean we will help you get and acquire more mental abilities than just memory. That's why we don't give you only knowledge, but we move more importantly to give you skills. Because, as I just mentioned, giving you knowledge, you are not going to use any mental ability more than memory. Just memory. Your ability to memorize what you have been taught. And this is not going to be helpful to you. Skills, I mean intellectual skills, will help you have more mental abilities, like, for example, sensitizing issues, finding the relationship between issues, examining issues, assessing things, being able to explain things. Because explaining will require you to at least to be able to articulate yourself. You have an idea in your mind and you want to be able to express your ideas. To express an idea, you need to think about how are you going to do it? Knowing languages and know how to say it. In addition to spoken language, you need to know how to use your body language, your facial expressions, your hands, your and so on, even your gesture. Because to communicate, many communication, the majority of communication is based on the body language, because body language can communicate more than words. So you need to have more than just memorizing knowledge. This, for that reason, will help you cover some of the intellectual skills. The second category of skills, professional and practical skills. Yes, this is very important. Giving you professional and practical skills, in other words, giving you know-how. Don't giving you knowledge, but we give you more than that, giving you know-how. In other words, to know how to use knowledge, how to apply knowledge, how to get benefit of using and applying knowledge. For example, we're gonna at the knowledge and understanding part, we're gonna for example talk about planning. Giving you knowledge about and understanding about planning, in this lecture we're gonna talk about a definition of planning, what is planning, the type of plans, and so on. But here, under professional and practical planning, we will let you do it. We'll let you do it. We'll let you do planning. We'll let you plan for something. Your professors might ask you in different versions to do some planning. This is to help you get the practical and professional knowledge and skills. I mean skills. Because when you remember, we have to we are preparing you to be a good managers. And managers, all managers do planning. All managers, repeat, all managers at all levels, at all organizations, at all countries, at all time, at all company sizes, all managers do planning. So this will help you as a manager for your career, and if you get used to planning, you will be a successful person. As an individual, you will get used to plan everything. Will get used to think ahead, be prepared for everything. Don't let things happen to you all of a sudden, but you will be a successful person in your own life if and only if you know how to plan things ahead, and so on. Let's move to another very critical category of skills: general and transferable skills. Why you call it this, general and transferable? Because These skills, if you learn, if you can acquire in this course, it will help you in other courses, not only this, but in your life. And this is what is really important. It will help you in life. Let's, for example, say that I'm not gonna talk about them all, but let me highlight them and talk about only one as an example. This category of skills consists of so many skills like teamwork skills, management skills, communication skills, problem solving skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills, information technology skills. Let me only highlight how important the time management is. The first one, teamwork. I'm sorry, teamwork skills. Why teamwork skills is so important, and how we will help you to acquire this kind of skills. Teamwork skills is so important because many of us are not raised or are not trained to work well with others. We might work well all alone, all by ourselves. Each one of us, when you, for example, look at yourself. When you study, your parents would be very happy if they locked you in your room and let you study all alone. And they are happy for this because you study. You are a very successful if you do it this way. This is what they believe. And this is not helping you to be a successful person in life for many reasons. As a simple example, when you inshallah graduate and go work for a company, you're going to work all alone by yourself? Of course not. So you have to adapt working in teams, working with others in the company. So in this course, we will help you with this. We will prepare you for this. Now, some of your professors maybe will ask you to discuss cases, for example. I'll take case analysis as an example to illustrate the team work skills. You will be divided into teams. Either you choose your own teammates or your professor will divide you into teams. Team size normally ranges between 3 and 5. Less than 3 is not a team. More than 5 is a crowd. So normally we go with 3 to 5 members in each team. Each team maybe each week will be assigned a case study. What is a case study? Case study maybe a page or less, presenting a case of a company, and this company might have a problem, some sort of situation, and we will ask you the whole team to analyze the case. And analysis, remember, this is a kind of skills that we call intellectual skills. Huh? This is how we're going to help you. We'll ask you, after reading, understanding the case, analyze it, identify the company problem, and prepare your point of view about the case problem. How this is going to work. First, each team member will read the case, prepare his own point of view regarding answering the case questions. Then the whole team get together, whether virtually, online, or personally, face-to-face, whatever you like, is up to you. Then discuss the case among yourself and discuss the answers of the case questions and reach a decision. Reach one answer, which is going to be the team point of view for each question. Right? This kind of discussion is very important in helping each member of the team. Why? Because if I don't know something, I will ask my teammates. Those who know will help those of us who don't. And those who don't know will ask those who knows. Because we are one team and our objective is to do a good job as a team. So this will help you to be improved person, understand well, improve even your character dealing with other members. The team will come to class, the in-class sessions, and prepare. You are preparing a PowerPoint presentation, some slides, 2 slides, maybe, as I can imagine. First slide is the case title and the names of the team. The second slide may be a summary. Repeat, summary, not everything in the case. The summary of the case, just refresh the memory of your colleagues. And few slides afterwards, each slide may be the answer of one or more questions of the case. If you don't know yet the PowerPoint program, you can ask, again, help each other in the team. Or if you want to ask, so you might download the program. Now, as Cairo University students, you are allowed to download the Office 365. It includes a lot of programs, including a PowerPoint. Download the program, the PowerPoint program, and experiment with it. It doesn't take more than 10 minutes to master the program because it is menu driven, everything in front of you. Just click on each point and it will explain to you how are you going to use it. So in 10 minutes, inshallah, hopefully you will be able to master the program. No big deal. Or at least help each other in the same team. Those who know PowerPoint will take the task of preparing the PowerPoint presentations, and others can do other things. Come to class well prepared. This requires you to do a lot of rehearsal. provide. Do some provide. So you will be ready for presentation. You will be given maybe 15 to 20 minutes each team to present their ideas. After they finish, they will step down, and another team from the same group, another team, I call them challengers, they will the same thing, present their own point of view. I stress this, their own point of view. Then we can do crossfire among the two teams. Each team will be given few minutes to comment on the presentation of the other team, give them some feedback, ask them questions, and so on. Also, after this, after the crossfire period, we will turn it over to the audience, the rest of the class, in a general discussion, because the objective here is not actually to solve the case problem, it is helping you know how to discuss your point of view with others. Present your point of view, listen to others' point of view, admit it if they are different than your own, and I want you to appreciate, I want you to learn how to appreciate the others' point of views and live with them if they even different than yours, as long as they are evidence-based. As long as the point of view of others is based on evidence, they have basis to build their point of view on, so we should respect others' point of view. This will help you be a better person. This will help you accept others and their opinions. This will help Egyptian young people to be less fanatics, less extremists, because we are sick and tired of those fanatics and extremists. We train our young Egyptians to be better persons. This is what I call real education. This is better education. Knowledge, you will forget it. I am damn sure that you will forget it sometime. But that kind of skills will be part of you, will be part of your personality, will be part of your character. So you, after a while, you will be better. You will be a better person. And this is very critical. And this only here we call you, now you become well educated. Teamwork skills also will help some of you discover themselves. In what sense? If you work all alone, you are not able to discover if you have some leadership skills. But if you work in teams, you might discover that you really have some leadership skills. Why? Assigning teams Professors don't assign team leaders. Teams don't vote for team leaders. So who's going to be the team leader? Yes, maybe one of us will be a natural leader. What's a natural leader? The one who really, the one of us, the one of the team, really very keen to do a good job. The one who's serious about doing good work. The one who is really very, actually, very keen to divide work among the team members and follow up with each member and encourage each team member to do his part and ask them, let's get together to discuss our common and share our point of views. And that's the kind of one he will come as a natural leader of the team. So working in teams will give you the opportunity to discover your leadership skills, if you have some, or will help you learn how to be a leader, and so on. See how teamwork skills is acquired and how we, in our course design, will help you to do this. And the same with other skills. I don't have time to go over them all, but I am happy to discuss with each. So next here, you will find the resources, the course materials. You will have maybe some of your professor will give you some handouts more than the required textbook, but at least this is the required textbook. We have two authors, Robbins and Coulter, and the title of the textbook is called Management. And we are using, in this course, we are using the 13th edition, the edition number 13. If you like, you can get yourself a copy, either soft or hard copy. If you like a soft copy, you might search Google and you might find it. You might be lucky and you will find it, hopefully. If you like a hard copy, you can borrow one from our library. If it's not in Zayed campus, I'm sure it will be in the main campus. If you like to own one, although it is not necessary, you might buy one from bookshops in town, and you might go look for them. Okay, this is not valid anymore. Actually, now the decision is that your grade will be based on 2 exams, and these 2 exams, one the midterm, and this will account for 30% of your grade, and the final will be 70% of your final grades. Wish you good luck. Let me go over very quickly, this. This is the course content. What are you going to cover in this course? This table, and the whole thing I'm talking about now is you will be find this on the course material. So don't worry, you will have a copy for yourself. Here are the weeks of the semester. Hopefully we have 13 weeks. And these are the topics we're going to cover. These are the chapters of the required textbook and pages. Look at this. And here are the cases if your professor would like to use. Ask your professor about his own style. For example, the first week, many of us are covering chapter 1 entitled Managers in the Workplace. This chapter is found in chapter 1, and these are the pages required, 34 to 51. You are responsible for these pages. In the online lecture that I'm presenting now, I will cover them all. But in the in-class session, professors will explain more to you. Some of us might cover them all. Some of us might focus on the main topics or the interesting topics or the main points that he or she believe that he should discuss with you. And maybe there are some fine details some of us will not cover into the smallest details, but again, you are responsible for these pages, 34 to 51. If a professor doesn't cover some points, that's no problem. There's something called self-learning. You should study yourself. And we are here. If you don't understand anything, if anything you need to understand, come to us. Your professor has assistants. He might ask assistant to sit with you and explain to you. If you don't understand, you can go to the professor himself, and I am sure, he will be glad, will be pleased to help you with whatever points you want to understand. But the point I'm stressing here is that pages mentioned here, these are required. You are responsible for them. Okay. Manager in the Workplace as an introductory course, cover the basics of the course, like management, definition of management, what managers do, the importance of management and the importance of managers to organizations, the main functions of managers, the four main functions: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. We will cover points such as the traditional 3 levels of managers: top, middle, first line managers. Topics such as skills of manager required, 3 types of skills: conceptual, human, and technical skills, and so on. Very basic topics like this. The second topic is the history of management. This maybe some of your professors like to skip, and you will be told about it. And your professors will decide on it, whether still required or may be deleted, and you are not responsible for it. And this is a decision to be taken later on based on the time frame. If we have time, we should cover them all. If we don't, we'll decide upon it and tell you clearly, don't worry. You will be told clearly about what is required exactly from you. But for the time being, this is a nice talk, telling you how management became a science and how management has been developed throughout years up till now, as of today. So you will be exposed to different management approaches, and this is so nice topic. But again, we will decide about it as time goes. Third topic is environment. Environment influence managers. Excuse me. Environment influence management when they make any decision. That's why analyzing environment is so critical to management. Environment may be internal or external. By internal environment, we mean the environment within the organization, within the company, for example. Within the company, we might have what we can call organization culture. Each company, each organization, each college, any structure have its own culture. And this influence the decision-making process within the company. Also, external environment outside the company. An external environment to complicate matters is not only the local within our country, it's not only the local environment within Egypt, but now in the globalization era, also a global environment that should be taken into consideration, because the global environment influence management and managers. So we should analyze environment very well. All managers in all organizations, they should scan environment and analyze environmental trends. What's going to happen? What's happening and what's going to happen in future, whether short or term or long term, whether short or long term. The purpose of managing environment is not to control environment, because simply we cannot. An individual manager, an individual organization cannot control environment. But the purpose of considering environment trends, analyzing environment variables, is to be ready and know how to respond. This is very critical in management. After that, we're going to spend the rest of the course, the rest of the semester, covering the main functions of managers that you're going to actually do. If you ask anyone what is the essence of the manager job, it is decision maker. The manager is nothing more a decision maker. His main job is to make decisions. All the time, he or she makes decisions. We will cover this studying the steps of the logical order of the decision-making process to help you make good decisions. By saying good decisions, not the ideal, not the optimum, not the rational decisions. Good decisions. Why? Because when we get to this in details, we will discuss with you some major problems with the decision-making process. You will see that decision oftentimes is not optimum, is not ideal, is not totally rational because of so many factors we're going to discuss in details, inshallah. So let's move to the 4 major functions all managers do: planning, organizing, leading, and control. Planning, as I just mentioned, thinking way ahead and preparing yourself to act in future, whether it is short or long. Because we have short-term planning, middle-range planning, long-term planning. So these are the 3 types of plans. We're going to go over the planning process, studying how to devise plans. We're going to discuss who does planning, type of planning. Who does planning? Is it the top management only or else? What is the case? We're going to discuss this into details. Then, after realizing the real importance of planning for you as a person, if you believe that you need to plan everything, and for you as a manager planning for your company. Okay? Second main function of managers is organizing. You plan, but planning is nothing unless you act. unless you put plans into practice. Unless you execute plans. So, start acting, start doing work, you need staff, you need people to work for you. Managers don't do the work. They hire people to do the work for them. They supervise, they oversee the work of others. So, we should recruit, select, hire qualified people for the job. This is one part of the organizing function of managers. Once you hire people, you need to assign them with tasks, assign responsibilities for each. Next, you need to coordinate their work. Why coordination is so critical? Because you might face one of two situations. One situation might be if we have two workers, each might believe that the task is not his, it's his colleagues. So, person A will not do the job believing that is not his, it is his partner's, and the other partner will not do the job believing that it's not his partner's. The result is the job is not done. The problem. The second case might be like this. Person A insists that this task is his colleague, same way, insists that this task is his, and they start fighting. They start quarreling. They start conflicting. The result is the job is not done. So managers should be careful about this. Coordinating is important. They should coordinate, assign crystal clear responsibilities for each one of the workers. So next, the manager still within organization should build structure of the organization. That what we call organizational chart. Organizational chart. On this chart, the communication lines between members of the organization, the authority lines, whether it is line authority or staff authority or functional authority, any type of authority, it should be clear cut. So everybody on the organization know if he needs something, who to go to and how to go to, and so on. This is some parts of the organizing function of managers. This is the second function, planning, organizing. This is the second. The third function is leading. Under leading, we will cover, and we should cover at least three main sub-functions. We're going to analyze leadership behavior and see how leaders become leaders. We will discuss leadership theories. What are the characteristics of good leaders, and so on. Second, communication. Manager needs to communicate with his team all the time. All the time. So, manager should know to become a good communicators. It's not enough to give orders as a manager, but more importantly, let your teams understand what you want them to do and get feedback from them through or after what they have done. So we're going to cover here the communication theory. I'm going to present you with the 9 components of the communication theory, and pay attention to the flow of the communication to make sure that messages come across. The other party understand, crystal clear understanding of the message and respond to it. We're gonna touch upon noise, which is a kind of distraction to the message, through the flow of the message between the manager and his other party, his teams or his workers, his employees or his partner or whatever he wants to communicate with. There are a lot of sources for noise, and it is very serious. We should discuss this and make sure that you understand when you communicate with someone, don't let noise shape your message, and don't let noise make your partner misunderstand or don't understand your message. Third point under the leading function is motivating. A good leader needs to motivate his workers. A good leader is to encourage his teams, because those people, if frustrated, first, they don't want to do good work. They are not going to do good work. And moreover, they might leave. All about, they are going to forget all about the company, because they don't like to stay with the company. They are not loyal to the company, and they might leave to somewhere else. We're going to cover this topic if we have enough time. If not, we're going to leave it to the OB course, because we are sure that it is covered in details in the course of OB. Finally, the fourth function of managers is controlling. Why controlling is so important? Yes, Remember, at first when we did plans, we had objectives we wanted to be achieved. At the end of the process, don't you believe that we should sit back and ask yourself whether or not the objective has been achieved, or the objectives have been achieved? You should look back into the performance of your teams and make sure that the objectives set for them earlier have been achieved. This is the whole idea behind controlling. You should analyze what happened. What has happened? Did you achieve your objective? Did you achieve more than it was planned? Did you achieve less than what was planned? And you should ask why. To do this, you will need to compare between two things: a plan and actual performance, and see the deviation, the discrepancy between the two. There are so many measures. You're gonna explain in details to help you achieve this. And more importantly, you need to find out why. Then feedback in the next plan so that you avoid problems in the next plan, so that inshallah you'll be successful in your career. This is an overview of the course that should be done in the first session. Let me stop sharing this, and now we're going to share with you the first chapter of the course, which is managers in the workplace. Why we study this course and what is expected from you after completing studying this course, this chapter, I mean. After completing the study of this chapter, you should be able to explain to us and to anybody the importance of management, why managers are so important. Also, you should be able to tell us where exactly managers work. Of course, you will, this is the answer, work for organizations. And know how to manage your time that I talked about earlier. After completing the course, you should be able also to describe to us or to anybody else the functions, roles, and the skills of managers I touched upon a few minutes ago. Should be also described, should be able to describe the factors that reshape and redefine the manager's job. As I said, in the environment, there are a lot of challenges in the 21st century that facing managers. But unfortunately, there is also a lot of rewards. We're gonna discuss the challenges and rewards of being a manager. Then you will be able to explain the value of studying management. As I said a few minutes ago, studying management is valuable at all levels, at your personal level, at your company level, and at your country level. Yes, let us now, okay, we better stop it here, leave it for next time, inshallah. Hopefully you have enjoyed this long lecture, but I believe I gave you a good overview so that now you understand the big picture. Inshallah, next lecture, I'm gonna continue with why managers are important. Yes. Thank you. See you later. Bye for now. Okay, let us